Welcome back to another American Truck Simulator video here on the channel. My name is Bean. I'm exploring the Utah DLC that came out about a month ago. And we are still having a ton of fun. It's my home state, so I have a special connection to it. If you haven't watched my previous videos, you'll understand that. So last episode we went from Price, Utah over to Elko, Nevada. And now we're getting back over to Utah from going to Elko to Logan, Utah, the home of this Utah State Aggies University, Utah State University. And I got us a part of the way there. We're stopped in Wendover. Went to go rest because of a couple button smashes. We rested 3 times. I tried to avoid a night drive just so we could see the beautiful state of Utah in the day. But it looks like we're going to be in the rain and in the night. So, but let's get ready and get going here. Let's jump up in the cab, get the truck started. I want to bring out this again, my logo, created by Ryan Struck. Super grateful that she was able to create this logo. Wanted to explain a little bit more about it. So if you weren't here for the last episode, I think I explained a little bit about it. So the B there, the smokestack and the tire, that's obviously paying homage to this game, American Truck Simulator, and to my dad. The E and the A, no significance, but the N there, with the straight part being a runway, and then the curved part being a taxiway for my major of aviation. So I want to thank Ryan Struck again. She's a student at Brigham Young. Getting ready to graduate in graphic design, design that for me. So super grateful for her. Yeah, so let's go ahead and fire her up and get going here. Obviously turn on some lights and let's get rolling. So how are you guys doing? I've had a ton of fun playing this game, especially sharing my love for Utah with you guys. I definitely have had a lot more motivation to play American Truck Simulator. Before Utah came out, I played it quite a bit and got into this groove of playing and driving around Washington and Oregon, and then Utah came out, and that's when I decided to start creating videos for a YouTube channel. So grateful for those who have watched so far. I'm grateful for that support. Almost took out that truck. But I'm grateful for your support, everybody that watches these videos. Thank you. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about really fast is, so this route that I'm doing right here from Wendover to Salt Lake, I was able to do actually in April this year. I brought my wife out here and her 2 friends out to the Great Salt Lake and the Salt Flats, Bonneville Salt Flats, very famous for its fastest like land speed records out here.
Turn right.
But so we came out, and the Bonneville Salt Flats are in Utah, just right on the border. And then Wendover, you have West Wendover, and then Wendover, West Wendover and Nevada with more of the gambling aspects. And then Wendover itself is more known for its airport, and I talked about that last episode with the Enola Gay and the Manhattan Project in World War II. But yeah, welcome to Utah, back in Utah. But what I was going to say is, right there at that gas station, I don't know if there's an actual gas station, I can't really remember that, but there was that huge sign. I don't know if you can see it off in the distance, I didn't really point it out, but it's like this huge cowboy, and right next to it is and pull in here. But there's this memorial for the Lincoln Highway, which was one of the very first highways in the nation, that went from coast to coast. It started in New York. You actually, if you go to New York City in Times Square, there's a little marker that says terminus of the Lincoln Highway. And also in San Francisco, in by the Golden Gate Bridge, there's another marker that says terminus. And right there in Wendover, right next to the huge cowboy, is a arch that says Lincoln Highway on it. So that's follows mainly I-80 across the country, is the main portion of where you would kind of see markers for it. But I just wanted to mention that. It's kind of a cool little homage. Get on the freeway here in front of this bus. We'll go across the salt flats. Last episode we talked quite a bit about the Tree of Life coming up here on the left, and kind of its significance in the state of Utah, or the Tree of Utah, I guess is more of what it's commonly referred to. So I won't go into depth about that. Pass this guy here. One thing I wanted to mention, so kind of the reason I started a YouTube channel, and kind of talk about my thought process behind it, and why I wanted to create videos, and kind of the reason behind my channel. So one of the big pushers behind creating a YouTube channel is, well, one, I love to play video games. But I also know that I'm not, like, I don't have the high-tech equipment for, let's say, for this game for example, I know Jeff Faviano, and there's others out there that have, like, full setups, like full driving rigs, and different specialized equipment that give that immersive feel to the game. And I don't have that. I play on a PlayStation 4 controller. So one of the aspects I wanted to show is you don't have to be the top-notch gamer to enjoy a game like this. I mean, you could pull out an Xbox controller, you could even just do it on your keyboard and still have a ton of fun and explore some of the great scenery that SCS has provided us. And you don't have to have modded trucks and spend hundreds of dollars on a video game. You could just simply buy the DLCs and enjoy the game a lot. And it's kind of what I've learned about this game especially, is I enjoy this game a lot, and I don't need nothing fancy. Obviously, I've talked about how I want to get a driving wheel. That's something I would like to do, but it's not required at all for this game to have a great experience. So that was one of the things. One of the other games you'll see on my channel is called Planet Zoo. Highly recommend checking it out if you like any kind of like creative simulation management games. That fits that aisle. But there's a ton of people out there in that genre of game that spend hours and hours and hours creating something that is really beautiful. I don't have that kind of time nor patience, but I still feel like what I create is really good. And that's what I wanted to show, is you don't have to be this, you don't have to be at the YouTube standard of like professional detail in order to play a game that's ultimately still really fun.
Right, and then exit right.
So that's one of the reasons I wanted to create a YouTube channel. A second, I think I've mentioned this before,
Exit right.
but my wife works until about 10 o'clock every night, and so I get home from work and I don't have a whole lot of things to do, and so I wanted to create a hobby that I could share with other people, and so this is my way of sharing with you guys, is through YouTube and playing these games and having a ton of fun with it. Um, so I hope that from you watching, you obviously are enjoying what you're seeing, and that's one thing that I would like to ask you guys actually is why'd you click on the video? Why did you say, you know what, I'm gonna spend X amount of time watching this person drive a truck, or this person share something that he created? Not to like make me feel good or anything. I would like to tailor my content more towards what you guys like. Now that I've rambled on for quite some time about YouTube, I think this is about as far north as we've gone. We've gone to Ogden before, which is where we're at right now, and we're going into the great unknown of northern Utah.
Keep left.
Um, so this is actually pretty close to where an actual port of entry is. This is really close to Willard Bay, one of the lakes here in Utah.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Utah has a ton of mountain lakes that you can go and have fun at. To take a boat out. Great pastime of my family's is taking our jet ski out. It's on the mountain lakes. We've been to Willard Bay, but I remember driving with my dad when I was in elementary and going through this port of entry quite frequently. So that was it was fun to experience that. And it looks like we're getting off here in Brigham City and getting ready to head
Keep
up
right,
towards
and then
Logan.
exit right. Exit right. Go straight on.
So this is this canyon that we're
Go
getting ready to
straight
go
on.
in. It's called Sardine Canyon. Um, Super fun canyon to drive through. I drive through it about once a year. My family, we go up to Bear Lake, which is on the border of Idaho and Utah, and you have to drive up through this canyon. And we're usually pulling our jet ski, um, and it is a ton of fun to drive through. It's a really steep canyon. I don't know if they've modeled that. I've never been up this canyon, but it is a very steep canyon to pull with a little tiny car pulling a jet ski up. So looks like they've tried to simulate that here in the game with these tight curves. Let's just keep it slow and steady. Looks like we're here in Logan already. So not a super steep canyon, but it's pretty windy as you come into Logan. So I've mentioned this before a couple times about how Utah is very famous for their the Mormon
right,
population.
and then turn right.
So those two kind of floating globes in front of you, that is the top of one of the
Turn right.
Mormon temples. It's the Logan one, and then the spire off to the left over there. That is the Logan Tabernacle. Pretty famous landmarks in Logan. Let's see, I think I'm going right here.
Keep left, and then turn left. You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Let's go ahead. Where do you want it? Confirm. So because I have doubles, no opportunity to back. I did not choose a double because of that, but I am more than happy just to drive in here. Okay. I'll go and turn off the engine, kill the lights, and jump out here. And uncouple that. Well, thank you so much. Again, I know the delivery is late. I couldn't really do anything about it. Kind of button smashed. But let's go ahead and take a before we let you go here. Let's go ahead and take a look and see maybe what we'll be doing next time. Go freight market, Logan here. Let's see. So we have Ely. Nothing really as of right now. Fresno. Yeah, not ready to go out outside of Utah yet. We got Moab and Vernal over here to explore still. And you can kind of, we'll go to the world map here, take a look of what we've explored. So you can see I still have to go over into this general area with Moab and Vernal. I'd like to go out to Vernal, but we'll have to see. I would like to we'll have to take a look at it, but we'll keep exploring. Until next time, we won't have an official thing yet until we come back. Maybe next time we'll pick up a route and we'll take it off and we'll explore some more of Utah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this this journey, and next video will come out Thursday, so we'll see you then.